Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm happy you're joining me today. We're doing a Sunday reset and we are working downstairs today. Originally, I had planned to go outside and do some yard prep and clean up and start thinking about my fall porch and prepping for that. My porch roof really needs a good pressure washing, but it has been raining all morning, so I don't think I'm going to be getting out there to do that. Even later in the day after the rain moves on, it is going to be unbearably humid out there after a summer rain. When the sun comes out, it's ridiculous. So I don't see me working on that project today, but I do want to get outside a little bit on the porch and clean out my deep freezer. So we're going to do a little bit of work out there, and then inside I'm going to be primarily downstairs today, taking my curtains down off of the living room window because I want to bring in a little bit of a deeper tone for fall. Those are absolutely gorgeous and they're really pretty, but they have like a yellowy sort of light fresh color to them. And a lot of you guys have seen in previous videos how I'm bringing in all of the cozy now that we are into August and fall is right around the corner, and I want to sort of make sure that all of my home is cohesive and cozy. And so we're going to take down some curtains, we're going to do a bunch of cleanup, vacuum and mop, and just sort of get everything back to a state of order. I have been neglecting things because my grandson has finally arrived. He was born on August 16th and he is absolutely perfect. Mama and baby are doing well. I'll insert a little picture here so you guys can see just how cute he is. He was 6 pounds, 13 ounces when he was born, and he is doing so well. And I am just over the moon excited. I feel like God is really moving in my life, especially right now. I just feel like so blessed. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for all of your prayers and your encouragement and your blessings. So many of you guys have asked me about my grandson and when he will be arriving. And so I'm so excited that the time has finally come. And trust me when I say I don't care that my house has been neglected, because I have gotten a ton of baby time over the last 2 weeks. So it's definitely something that I am so thrilled about. And so I just want to say thank you guys for your prayers and for all of your encouragement and all of your support. It means the world to me. You guys are the best. So we're going to just kind of get the house back in order today and get back to a normal routine, hopefully, as we move forward. So that's what we're working on today. I hope you guys will clean along with me or just sit back, enjoy a cup of coffee, and get motivation to get started on your own home projects today as we reset the house for the weekend. I want to say thanks for being here, and let's get started. There's a lot to do. So I'm going to be getting started in the kitchen. This tends to be the catch-all since it's right where my front entry is. Everything just gets plopped on these bar stools and on the counter. You can see that we have a lot of things to put away, and on the island I have brought down one of my photo frames that has pictures from my senior prom with my husband. Well, we weren't married then, we were just dating. And we actually met when I was a junior in high school. So we did our junior prom and senior prom together. We were looking at pictures there from our wedding, and there's also a picture there of my daughter when she was born, and we were trying to figure out if baby looks like her or dad. And the funny thing is that it changes every time I look at him. Sometimes I see her when she was a baby. Sometimes, especially when I look at his profile, I see his dad. It is such a cool thing, and we are having such a blast getting to know him. Now I am full on into fall. You guys know I've already done a lot of fall decorating. I brought in the pumpkins. I decided not to wait and do that, fall light decorating this time around, which I have done in the past, and I do like that, but I'm very excited about decorating for Halloween this year, and so I wanted to have plenty of time to enjoy my pumpkins before I bring in all of the jack-o'-lanterns and ghosts and all of the cute Halloween fun things that I plan to decorate with this year. I am curious to know, though, how you guys are doing. I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to fall, but have you begun decorating? Did you bring your totes down? Are you still holding on to the final slow days of summer before the fall arrives? I am ready. You guys know I don't enjoy summer. It's not my favorite season. I don't enjoy the heat. I don't enjoy the humidity. I have basically been a recluse since July 5th. I have been keeping the AC cranked way down, trying to avoid all of the awful heat. My best friend, though, loves summer. It's her favorite season. She loves the sun. She loves the heat. She loves everything about Florida summer. And I wish I was like that. But you guys know I am 100% a fall girl. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite season, even more than Christmas, which is saying a lot because I do love Christmas time. And I can't wait for it. I am so excited about fall to arrive this year. As I set the island back up, I wanted to take a minute to tell you about this really cute cutting board and that little hand towel. So cute. Both of those came in my FabFitFun box this year. You guys, if you didn't see that video, then you might not know that this time around was my favorite FabFitFun box ever. I've gotten 3 of them so far, and this one topped the other 2 by far. I'll link that video below, but also if you're interested in any of the FabFitFun membership options, I'll put that in the description box as well, because it is a really fun thing to do as the seasons come around, to have something that you can customize and select all of your favorite items to be delivered to your door. So you guys know I cannot let a Sunday Reset video go by without checking in with you. I would love to know how you've been. What have you been up to? I know that many of you guys have kids that went back to school or grandkids that went back to school. So let me know in the comments if that changes your routine at all. I have, obviously my grandson is just a newborn, so I have no reason for the back to school season to make any changes to my routine, but I suspect it will in the future. So I'm just curious to know how many of you guys have back to school going on in your life. So on a funny note, I had run my dishwasher the night before. I ended up doing it super late, and I was kind of not really paying attention to what I was doing. I was kind of running on autopilot last night. And so today I started cleaning the kitchen, and I don't know if you guys do this, but my mind just kind of shuts down when I'm cleaning, which actually is kind of a nice thing. It's a little bit relaxing and kind of cathartic. But I started loading dishes into the dishwasher, and then after I did all of the dishes into the dishwasher, I realized that that was a clean dishwasher, and I could not remember what I put in there, so I just ended up running it again. Next up is taking care of cleaning the sink as well as the stove. I use the same method for both. I use a combination of baking soda and Blue Dawn dish soap, and it actually is a great cleaning method. I love it. I actually really enjoy cleaning the sink and the stove. This time around, though, there was a lot of things that I don't know why, for some reason, had gotten stuck to the sink. So you'll see that I'm going to go ahead and try to scrub it away. But since none of the little pieces are coming off, I decided to let the baking soda kind of sit for a little while. And that really does help if you have like cooked on things on your stovetop or things that are kind of, stuck. A lot of times just letting it sit with the baking soda is a great way to kind of dislodge all of that mess. I will say though, if you are going to use this baking soda method, you've got to make sure that you get the baking soda completely wiped away, completely washed away, because when it dries, it leaves a white film behind. And so you'll see after I clean off the stovetop, then I even do come in later and spray it with an all-purpose cleaner just to make sure that I have not left behind any of that baking soda film. I have this little light plugged in. It's actually a rechargeable one, and I've been adding a few things here and there to the kitchen, and this light is something I'm trying to work in. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to keep it, and I just needed to charge it, but I don't know if you guys do that, but I spend so much time decorating and planning, and then as soon as it's done, like the very next day, I've already started eyeballing the space and seeing what changes I can make, what can be added, what can be removed. It's not a hassle to me. I actually really enjoy it. I don't know if you guys share a passion for decorating or if you just watch my channel for the Sunday resets and the cleaning motivation. But for me, I clean so that I can decorate. Like I don't enjoy cleaning that much, but I love to decorate. So if you're someone that is into that kind of thing and you haven't checked out any of my decorating videos, I will link some of my fall videos below. That way you can see what this channel is all about. This is my favorite part of cleaning the stove. Once the baking soda has completely dried, I love wiping it away. There's something so satisfying about buffing that out and getting that really beautiful shine, especially when it was so dirty. I had so much cooked on like food residue on there, and watching it buff out to a really pretty shine is the best part. So I typically use Murphy's Oil soap to clean my stainless, and it works really well. Not only does it get rid of the fingerprints, but I feel like it does a good job of cleaning it as well. The thing is that once it dries, I do need to come in with a separate clean cloth and kind of buff away the streaks. That's the only downside to it. Other than that, I highly recommend using Murphy's Oil soap on your stainless products. Okay, so the kitchen is just about done. I just need to vacuum and mop, but I'm gonna go through and clean up the rest of the house first before I do that. But I did want to share with you something fun that I put on the side of my fridge. Recently, I was watching Jessica Giffen decorate her kitchen for fall, and she had these really cute magnetic shelves on the side of her refrigerator, and I was like, that is genius. I wanted to swap out what I had there. A lot of you guys know I was using the magnetic rod that I was hanging, like, little lightweight pieces of decor. But let me turn this camera around and share with you, because this is such a fun way to change things up, especially for the fall, to be able to bring a little bit of interest to the side of the fridge. So it's just these two magnetic metal shelves. They're black, they match perfectly on the side of the fridge, so they kind of blend in, but I like the way they bring a little bit of depth and dimension to the side of the refrigerator here. I don't want them to be utilitarian. I kind of want to make them pretty. I'm just playing around with some decor pieces right now, a little candle and a little wood cutting board and teapot, and I don't know, I think that's really cute. I think it's a fun way to make like an inexpensive swap to bring a little bit of interest to the side of this area here. This is going to be my workstation for fall. A lot of you guys heard me say that recently, and I do a lot of baking. That's coming soon. And I don't know, I just like to have something here to look at that's pretty. I'm thinking I might want to try to find either a really pretty frame that I can print out a fall scene, maybe like a landscape or something. I don't know, maybe like a still life. Maybe I'll paint one. You guys know I painted a pear painting a couple of years ago, and it turned out okay. So maybe I'll try my hand at that. But I don't know, I just thought this was kind of interesting. I'll link it below because I grabbed these on Amazon if that's something you're interested in doing in your kitchen. Once I have an area in the house really clean, I hate changing gears and moving to a new section. I feel like all of that work was so productive, and then I move into a different area of the house and it just feels like time to start over. So that's what I'm doing here. Moved over to the laundry area where I fold all of my clothes on the dining table. My laundry room, you guys, is a disaster. It's a disaster. You're gonna see here in just a moment. I'm gonna have to step over things to try to go over and use my sink for the OxyClean. It's just, I cannot wait to be able to get to this makeover. I am still kind of trying to figure out what I want to do with it. We're working on saving up some money because I'm going to try to do it on a cash flow basis where I don't, charge anything. So that's part of the delay, but I'm also really trying to figure out a configuration. One of these days I'll bring you in here and show you. I have some strange angular walls in here, and I have my water heater tank in here, and there's just so many things to work around that I'm not quite sure how to make it work. A lot of you guys know that I have been thinking a lot about reworking my landing upstairs, and it's a mess up there. It definitely needs a lot of work, and I'm looking at a piece of furniture that I may want to replace that little table that I thrifted with. Considering that, I want to bring in new window treatments, and one of the things I want to do is add in like a wireless wall sconce set to cozy that space up. There's not a lot of like areas to walk around and decorate. It's the stairwell, but I do want to bring in maybe some remote controlled lights for that I can put on the wall on either side of the small window. So that's what this is. I found these on Amazon. They were actually on sale when I bought them, and I wasn't actually sure about the dimensions. I don't know if they're going to be big enough because that's a pretty large wall, but it was a set of two. Just got these very simple little shades. So I think these are going to be really great as long as the size works, because they have a very simple and minimal look to them. So I'll show you what the wall part looks like, the sconce part. But I just thought these were really pretty. I like the shape of these. The color is perfect. So I am hopeful that with the base, the round piece on the wall, that flat piece, along with this, I think that's going to be a really pretty addition to either side of the windows upstairs. And I think I want to bring in maybe like a beadboard wall treatment or something on the main wall there where you walk through the hallway. So this would be opposite of that. I actually am considering putting these like a gallery wall above that beadboard, but I'm thinking they might stick out a little bit too far away from the wall, and as I walk by they might, kind of interfere with like the walk area. So I'm gonna play around with that, but I wanted to mention these just in case you guys have been looking for ones that are not a bad price, but have that really pretty elegant brass looking sconce shape to them. I really like these, so I'm excited to get that area moving. I definitely have a lot of spaces in the house that I want to rework, and I'm not complaining about my home. You guys know I absolutely love it, but there are some spaces that have been so neglected for so long, like that landing upstairs, as well as I want to make a swap here in the living room because I love these curtains, but they're just too bright and too summery for the thing that I'm trying to do for fall. You guys know I'm trying to go with like a 90s fall vibe, which has a little bit more of like a dark, moody vibe, and these curtains just don't fit that bill. So I have a new set of curtains. I actually have them on the day of filming. They have just arrived, and so I haven't unboxed them yet. And I cannot wait to set up a darker curtain. I want to see how that's going to make the fall decor pop and how it's going to kind of cozy up the space. And one of the things that is really hard for me is that this window is so small, and I feel like I really need to fill up that wall with curtains because of those two posts. I feel like if I cut the curtain shorter than those two posts span, I feel like it is looking very choppy. So it's hard for me to find curtains that fit this wall. So I'm very excited to put these new ones up and share that with you. That'll be coming in a future video. And you guys, I had this heating pad there because about 2 weeks ago, I wrecked my back. I don't know what I did. I was just sitting. I wasn't doing anything. I didn't sneeze or cough. I didn't do any heavy lifting. I was just sitting in my chair and my back had the worst spasm and cramped up to the point where I couldn't even walk. It was terrible. So I guess I do fit the grandma bill now, you guys. I'm getting older and I have all these weird aches and pains that happen for no apparent reason. So you guys can tell I've already been playing around with some fall decorations for the living room. I have these iron pumpkins here that are candle holders, and I really do love using these. I've had these for years. So many people ask me where I got them, and I actually don't even remember. That's how long I've had them. You guys know I've already decorated the kitchen and the dining area. So this is the last space in the house before everything is complete downstairs. And I do want to work on the porch as well, but I have really been enjoying all of the pumpkins and all of the traditional fall colors. Last year I did a little bit more of a moody look, a little bit more of what I would consider like an elevated look, and that was nice too, but this is my absolute favorite. You guys, I stopped just really quickly because I wanted to share with you how good my new flowers in my flower box are doing. The dishwasher is going, so hopefully that sound is not too loud for you guys, but they're doing great. It's really rainy out, so the screen on the outside of the window is holding a lot of water, but they have filled in beautifully, and I love this color. I think this is perfect for fall. I can't wait for them to get just a little bit bigger so that I can see all of that beautiful color every single morning. So now it's time to tackle the floors. I'm gonna do some vacuuming and mop. And you guys, I finally found a vacuum. I have been using those Bissell stick vacs for so long. I had one in each level of my house. Both of them were thrifted. I think I paid like a total of $10 for the both of them. And you guys have heard me in the past say that I was a chronic over vacuumer. And I suspected that it was because the vacuums I was using were just not working that well. They were not doing the job, and now that I have this Bissell, it is a game changer, and my suspicion was absolutely correct. I tend to get vacuuming done quite a bit faster now. One of the things I love about it too is that it has a detachable handle where the base stays and then the handle comes off and you can reach up high and in corners. And I have been doing so much deep cleaning in my upstairs hallway where the landing is, because there are so many spaces that I could not reach. So this vacuum has really improved my cleaning game. I'll link it in the shopping tab, as well as any of the other cleaning items if you're interested in taking a look at what I'm using today. So now for some mopping. This time around, I'm using some Mr. Clean all-purpose cleaner and some super hot water. Take a look at the steam rising up from that bucket. Holy moly, my water heater works very well. I am very grateful for that. I added in a bit of OxiClean. Sometimes I'll use a little bit of baking soda. Sometimes I'll even add in some white vinegar, but this time around I felt like the OxiClean was a good way to go because I really haven't mopped in a while, and not only do I like the scent that OxiClean gives, but I feel like it does a better job cleaning. So that's what we're using, and I love this O-Cedar mop bucket, but I just recently saw a commercial for O-Cedar's new mopping system where the water in the bucket it has two separate compartments. So it's got one where your clean water stays, and then it also has a different reservoir where the dirty water is, and I think that's genius. I'm considering getting one of those, but if you guys have that already, leave me a comment below and let me know if it works as good as the commercial seems like it does, because I often get like, I get stars in my eyes for new cleaning products, and then when I get them home, they often are not as good as what I thought they were gonna be. So just curious about that, because I love this bucket. It works perfectly fine, but the idea of cleaning the floors with clean water instead of just spreading around dirtier and dirtier water as you go is definitely appealing to me. If you haven't seen that commercial that I'm referring to, or if you're not sure what the new O-Cedar mopping system is, I'll link it in the shopping tab. That way you guys can check it out, but I am definitely considering getting it. Right around this point in the cleaning, I am feeling so productive and so good, and the house smells great. And then I remember that I have a ton of laundry to fold and put away, and that was like, oh man, I got one more task, one more thing that's stopping me from being done and enjoying an iced coffee. So I'm gonna get these chairs put back and grab that laundry. But before I do, I wanted to share with you something new coming up. Okay, so now that everything is clean, smells great in here, floor looks really nice, but one of the things that I am thinking about doing is putting in an area rug. I left it blank for quite some time. When I removed my blue and white rug to wash it, I never put it back because I kind of started decorating for fall or playing around with fall colors in my house, and it just didn't look right. And I'm thinking I want to bring one in. I did purchase one. I'm actually waiting for it to arrive, so it's supposed to come today. So if it gets here before the end of what I'm filming today, I will share that with you, because I think it's going to really help tie in a lot of these deep, cozy, dark tones I'm just not sure if it's going to be too dark. So we will see what happens. Hopefully it arrives. It says it's supposed to be delivered between 12 and 2, and it's almost 12 now. So we will see what happens. And if I end up putting it in, I'm going to need you guys to give me your opinions on that. So while I'm waiting, I'll probably just head upstairs and vacuum and mop the upstairs area and see if it arrives before I'm done. So as I get this laundry folded, I am watching this video back and I am wishing that I could just press a fast forward button when I'm actually doing this task, because I hate sorting laundry. So I am watching a video Carrie Lynn put out recently. She was talking about how she is beginning the carnivore diet. And a lot of you guys know I've been doing that since December 26th. I've lost 44 pounds. I'm feeling good. And even though I have had a few rough patches, I've fallen off plan a couple of times here and there, I am still making progress, still feeling good. I was not able to get to the gym for the last, 10 days or so, because the week before baby was born, I had wrecked my back like I mentioned. And then of course the next week he was born, so I wasn't spending much time at the gym. So now that I am back to it, I am starting to feel good again, and movement is medicine, you guys. One of the things that I notice is that the aches and pains that I do get are a lot less when I'm active, when I'm walking. I love walking the treadmill. I love doing strength training. I feel better when I do that. So definitely encourage you guys to get moving if that's something that you are struggling with, because it is a game changer for me. I feel so much better. So now I'm gonna get this rug opened up. I absolutely love the pattern on this rug. I saw this, I think it was on Kaylin Cash's channel. She was talking about some of her Prime Day deals, and I feel like that's where I got this, or I should say that's when I got this. It was a really good price even without the sale. And I love it. I feel like the pattern is perfect. It brings in those darker, richer colors. It's a busy pattern, which I think is perfect for that 90s look that I'm going for. And it feels really good underfoot. It's just perfect for the space. This rug is so super soft. I absolutely love the colors. I love that rust colored piping on the outside perimeter. Love the pattern. I can't say enough good things about this rug. I will link it below because it was on Amazon. If it's still available, check it out if you are interested in creating a similar look. Now that I've got this down and the house is clean, it is time to make an iced coffee and relax and enjoy the fruit of my hard work. Well, guys, I did not get to anything outside. I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. It's sunny out now, but it is super hot like I expected, so I'm not heading out. I'm going to call this day a win. I feel very productive. The house is clean. I got my carpet laid out, and I got my curtains down. Maybe next weekend I'll tackle that deep freezer. So now it's time for me to just sit back and relax, enjoy the rest of this Sunday, and just take it easy. Enjoy all of the hard work that I have put into making my home super cozy and super clean. Now, one thing I do want to say, if you guys are still with me here at the end of this video, then you guys are diehards. You guys are some of my most favorite viewers, and I just want to say that I always do appreciate your support so very much. It means the world to me that you guys keep coming back. So many of you have left comments recently letting me know that I am among your favorite YouTubers, and I just think that is so sweet. You guys are the best. And I don't know if you know this, but if you are interested and you want to support my channel even more, and you're interested in letting me know that you are really enjoying these videos, one way to do that, and a really sweet way to do it, is to leave me a super thanks. If you've never done that before, there's 3 dots underneath the video that you can click, and there's a little heart with a $sign inside. It's just a way to contribute a little bit to help me continue to make these videos for you week after week, and let me know that you are enjoying the content. If you can't do it, or if you don't want to, that's totally fine. I still love you, and I still appreciate you guys being here every single video to support me and to let me know that you are following along every single time. I will see you in the next one, and until that time, take care, guys. Bye-bye.